No, StreamYard, I'm not upgrading my fucking plan, okay? I don't want to pay for it. Stop asking me. I'm just saying. Now, before I even look at the camera and look at all you guys watching, you know how this works. We have to wait.
I
See?
love it.
You got to fucking mute that shit.
I love
Now,
it.
I will look into the camera. Welcome, everybody, to the hot seat. Yes, it has been officially changed. The hot seat is now the name. We're on episode number 37. Thank you all for sticking with me. It's been fun. Here we go. Tonight's guest, actually, it's tonight. Tonight's guest is a motherfucker that I'm proud of, to say it as nice as I can. I really like this fucking guy right here. We're going to get into the backstory here in a little bit. But if y'all don't know who this guy is, take a look at the hats. Just take a look at the hats. That's all I'm going to say. This is Daniel the Bearded. He's had a YouTube channel for a while. He was Daniel the Bearded Apprentice. He was DTB. He's been known as the Reverend. He's Daniel the Bearded. Now we know him as the owner, founder, and operator of what I'm calling it, the company of 2023. Daniel the Bearded. Welcome in, man.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for having me here. Like we've been talking for a little bit, you know. I've been a fan of your show, of your content for a long time. I love the way you delivered it. You know what I mean? You were just straight to the facts, straight to the point. No fluff, no nothing. And, you know, I was a fan, and, you know, you turned me on to some great companies early in my beard journey. And then, like, it kind of just like, I didn't see you anymore. Like, I didn't see you on Instagram. I didn't see you, you know what I mean? And so I was just like, yeah, what's going on? Maybe he quit, you know what I mean? But then, you know, we'll get into that later. But I've always been a fan of the show, so I'm just glad I get to be here.
I really appreciate you saying that.
This is legit, man. That's why I went all out and made the promo video today. You know how many Ric Flair videos I had to watch to get that down pat?
So, starting off a little different today. State your name, state your birth date, state your case.
I plead the fifth, bro.
Fair enough. Next question I'm going to ask you, just because it's a I wanted to do this. Who the hell is Clarence Noblet? Who the hell am I paying money to?
Clarence Noblet is my grandfather. It is my father, and it is me. The only difference is our middle names.
Well,
you know how many years, bro? You know how many years growing up I tried to beg my mom to get my name changed, and I'm like, why? What was going through your head at that point? Like, was it the drugs they gave you? Was it like, were you in a lapse of like, I can't come up with anything else? Where's the Clarence come from? But now I just embrace it, bro.
I hate to tell you this, but you're lying to the world, because you look at your name. You have it written right here. Your name is not Clarence. So I don't know who I'm paying money to, but I'd like to know who the guy is. I'm just saying. Hold on a minute. We got to clarify. Woo. There we go. You got it. There's your claps and your woo. There you go.
There you go. All right, man. Hold on. I got to make sure I'm covering up the pertinent information here. There you go.
I saw the name when I made the purchase, and I said,
yeah.
I said, who the hell is that? Because I didn't know your last name, of course, but I said,
yeah,
who the hell's Clarence?
Yeah. I embrace it now, though. Like, growing up, it was rough, bro. It was rough though, growing up, man. Yeah, but
we got to talk about the foundation, literally the foundation of what has started Grindstone Grooming. And I'm not talking about the bearding products. I'm talking about what you do for a daily living, which literally is what I call the foundation of you and your company. I know you're a construction worker of some sort. What exactly do you do in general? Would you call yourself a general contractor?
No, man. Mainly heavy equipment operator.
Okay.
And concrete. I put concrete down. I do finish some. I'm not the best finisher. Some guys will say they can finish concrete and they really can't. I can't. I can get by. Like, if it's a rough finish, broom finish, I'm all about it. But if it's smooth,
good to have you in here, Rob. Love you, brother.
What's up, Rob? Good to see you, Rob. But yeah, I'm Yeah, heavy equipment operator first, concrete guy, manual labor, whatever needs to be done, I'm doing it.
You're not an electrician, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I am actually colorblind to the point that I couldn't do electricity. So I always ask people when they say I work build houses and stuff. I always say, does that include electricity? Because I wanted to do that so bad. And
I know enough. I know enough to shock myself. I'll put
yeah,
it that way.
I can do.
I know enough to
I
shock
was
myself.
told I can do residential. I can't do commercial. That's what I was told.
Yeah, yeah. You could do residential. You can't do commercial because usually commercial has anywhere from 2 to 3 phase, and then at home you got it's mainly one wire running 15 different ways.
Yeah.
So
Luckily for me, most of my music equipment I can figure it out pretty quickly, so I'm good with that. I just stick to that shit right there. I got to ask you because you've been doing this. You said for over 10 years for doing heavy
yeah.
equipment. I got to ask you because you're actually the only person that I know. Dude thinks he's a gangster. His real name is Clarence. I mean, hey, I think I just started something. I'm just saying.
That
I got
is
to ask
funny,
you
dude.
because I know. If I don't bring this up, people, some people, why didn't you talk about it? Did COVID ever affect your job like at all? Because I know it pretty much fucked up the whole world in general. Did it mess up anything you had to do?
Okay, when that hit, man, I was working for a company. I was doing plumbing. I was plumbing.
Okay.
We did apartment buildings, we did houses, commercial jobs, whatever. I was doing a lot of plumbing because I'm actually a plumber by trade. That's what I started out doing, plumbing. But the hours started getting because that stuff kind of hit. So they weren't building as many buildings. They weren't building as many houses. You know what I mean? So I started losing hours like crazy, and I
Right.
had a newborn baby. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm like, no. And then my father-in-law was like, hey, come run equipment for me. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. So, but as far as that, no. Once I started running equipment, there's no stop. No, there was no, because people still need concrete work done. People still need dirt moved. There's always something to do.
That's what I was getting ready to say because my next thing was I didn't know how to word it. I was thinking, do you have construction droughts where literally there's no work for you? Because I know past couple days you've been off work kind of early, and I was like, well, but it rained, and when it rains,
Well,
you
yeah,
don't work.
rain. Yeah. Now, if it's just like a light rain, we're still working. There's stuff we can do. There's underground utilities to run. It's kind of hard to move mud. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't really dig very much. You can't really move a lot of dirt when it's mud because if you're trying to haul it out, it's getting stuck in the back of the dump truck.
Right.
So there's no point in it. So yeah, there's always something to do.
And it's
Now,
always
if it's a heavy rain, we're not. If it's a heavy rain, we're not. We're not working. So.
oh, and on top of that, also it puts more weight into your vehicles, and that could affect things
Mhm,
as well. Understandable.
mhm.
What is the worst thing that you have to do for your job?
The worst thing I have to do for my
Oh,
job?
Gary, is this you?
Yeah, that's Gary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone has Gary Lewis's personal thing blocked from my YouTube. No joke. We have looked on both ends. I cannot see or read anything he posts ever as his own personal thing. He's got to hop onto another channel for me to see what he types. I always say that because I don't want people thinking I have him blocked. Somebody did it.
Right.
It wasn't me. What is the
Gotcha.
worst? What is the worst thing or thing you don't like to do when you're on the job? What is it you're like? Fuck that! I don't want to do that.
Having to tap into existing plumbing, like
Somebody
because
else's.
what we're doing, like right now, we're doing a subdivision of modular homes.
Mm.
So we had to go in and tear out all the old trailers, all the old homes, and start running new. So when you do that with the state, you have to upgrade all of the underground utilities.
Mm.
So when you go to do that at the end of your line, so to speak, you have to tap in and take out the old. So you're talking about stuff that's been in the ground for 30 years. You know what I mean? Clay pipe, they don't even use anymore, really. And it gets nasty. So that's the worst part.
That's funny you mentioned that. True story. I live on my in-laws' farm.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know the exact date of how this house is. Not mine. Mine's been built for 5 years. Where they live, right next door, we don't know the exact how old it is, but there is a barn right across the way from me. The date in the concrete from that is built 1918. What I'm getting at, we still have that clay piping you're talking about. We still have those in the farmhouse. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, they're freaking huge. Like the pipes are insanely huge, man. So we had one bust about a year or two ago, and it was like a fucking waterfall coming out, and we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
It don't stop either. No.
So we had to replace that pipe, and my in-laws are like, holy shit, you know, they didn't know what to do. You know, my brother-in-law, he can literally, he reminds me of you. He can pretty much do anything when it comes to housing in general. He's like, well, we got to replace it. And he just, without a hesitation, he just knew what to do and just went at it. It was awesome.
Well, that's like a couple weeks ago, we were doing a road tap. We're doing another, it's an actual trailer park, but we were doing a road tap because we couldn't find the main. There was no main shutoff. The trailer park was so old, they didn't have a main shutoff. They just ran the main water line straight down the middle of the road. We didn't know that. We went to tap it, we were digging for it. And I was like, hey, stop right there. I wasn't digging. I was in the ditch with a shovel. And I was like, let me clear that and see, dig down a foot or two and see if we can find it. Because he couldn't find it with a locate. And I was like, he's like, nah, let me just take one more scoop. And he took one more scoop. And when he did, he broke the main pipe, 2-inch main, water going everywhere. So the first thing he does, he takes the bucket and slams it down over top of and it's just water, man, everywhere. I'm covered. He's covered. There's water. I mean, so needless to say, now we had to go in there with fern cones and like fix it for now until we can cut the road out and replace it.
I want to transition to something that you and I have in common, and I found this recently. Well, I'll go ahead and bring this up.
Music? No.
Well, we can talk about music all day long. That's like my life. Y'all know that. A lot of you may not know this, and I'm going to say it. I said it in my interview. I'm going to slim it down fairly quickly. A long time ago, when that dorama word happens in our community, you know what I'm talking about, right? A long time ago, someone, I don't remember the name, so I'm not protecting anyone. Someone told me not to watch Daniel the Bearded Apprentice. He's an asshole, all this and this and that and this and that. And I didn't want anything to do with any kind of drama. So I did what everybody else does. Block. You know what's really sad about that? I didn't even watch any of this guy's stuff. I didn't know him by any means. Literally, that's what he was talking about when I disappeared. He didn't even know why I disappeared from his feeds or anything of that nature. Yeah. Because of somebody who probably just was jealous, and we're not going to go any further. And I apologize to Daniel about that on my live stream or on my interview. Don't even bring his fucking name up. Don't even bring his fucking name up. Please don't. Fuck Bruce Banton. I don't care what you say. Anyway, back to the task at hand, as I was saying. Weird. I didn't get a chance to watch him. I didn't really know anything about him. I've been watching Daniel's YouTube channel, which is Grindstone Grooming. It is the same guy. It's not Clarence. So y'all know it's not Clarence. But I've watched some of his reviews and his content. We have something in common that he's a big fan of, and so am I. Dixon. I didn't know that you were a Dixon wearer until I saw you wearing a hat, and I said, and you reviewed the products, which to my knowledge, you're the only guy that I know reviewed it, and I'm so glad you took the chance because we had the same opinion. You saw the ingredients, and you're like, "Yep, that ain't working." In the beard butter.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They sent that out to me. There were some DMs between me and Dixon, and they sent that out to me for review. I was the first person to have it, other than some of their people. But I was the first one to have it. I had it a couple of days before they launched it. So I used it, as much as I possibly could. The oil's not that bad. Yeah. The oil can be used. The butter, man, that was horrible. Like, it was absolutely horrible. Like, it was bad.
What is it? I'm asking this because I've noticed this in our community. What is it that people follow him for? Is it the actual flannels and the hats? Is it like a cult thing? I'm asking on like in all seriousness because
I mean, for me, like I had no idea Dixon existed until
same here.
Gary turned me on to him, and I was like, once I started seeing it, like the first one I bought was the Wu-Tang Dixon, the Ruckus. That was the first one I bought, and then like I started getting into more, and like the one once let's see what's I have a bunch of them now, but anyway, so I started going back. You can't get some of them anymore, so I started going to like websites and
Facebook
groups trying to find the old ones that I really really like. And then like I got some of the bamboo party shirts for summer, and then they released one called Stay Gold, and that matches my color scheme.
I have that one. Yeah, that was a $30 one. I love that one.
Yeah, so I got that one, and then the last one I bought was the Slipknot.
You got the Slipknot, okay?
Yeah. I had like 3 people online ready to get that if I didn't get it. So, yeah, I'm a Slipknot fan, bro. Like I'm a Slipknot fanboy. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
like,
I really wanted to get it, but at the time I just couldn't afford it. I have actually when I found out the Stay Gold Joey Hookem is a really really good one. I do like that one.
Yeah, it's
Camo
classic.
Cam's right. You're never going to find the Debo under $200 anywhere on their website or in internet nowhere.
And they have different levels of Debo. They have a white tip and all kinds, and those cost more. And I'm just like, no, I want one, but I'm not paying $200 for it.
The first one I bought it's called Merked Out. I found it honestly. I think it was in an advertisement, and it's just black and gray, nothing fancy by any means. The reason why I found them, I don't even know if a lot of people know this. The wrestler from WWE, Baron Corbin, he made a shirt with Dixon. I have it. I have the original. I don't show anybody it because I don't want anybody. Yeah, I'm like proud of that. I got it, and they remade it and brought it out as a snap, the snap ups. So I have both versions. I saw it and I thought, I want that flannel. And then that's where it started. And I was like, now I think I'm over 20 now. I got the Metallica one. I got both.
I should have got that, but I didn't. And I want the Slayer one. That's another one. I'm working on a deal to get the Slayer and the Metallica, actually.
I got both Slayers and I got all 3 hate breeds.
Because there's a dude that wants one of the ones I have, and I don't wear it very often. He's willing to trade both those for one of the ones I have.
Y'all know me. Come on. Y'all know me. Come on.
I've seen them in concert, bro. I've seen Slayer multiple times.
I was in their final tour. I got to see them. My cat pissed on my fucking mouse pad, so I got a new one. So that's right. Anyway, I like wearing Dixons. I really do. I like wearing their boxer shorts. I like their flannels and shirts in general. The one thing I want to get, and Camo Cam actually I was waiting for him to talk about it. I want to try their pants. There's something about them. I want to wear them. I don't know why. I just got to. Hey, Mark Brown, you don't even know, man. You don't even know.
The only thing I'm worried about with the pants is I don't know about the opening at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a slim fit kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wear slim pants. It's just, I don't know if it's because I was born in the 80s and raised in the 90s.
That's exactly what
I can't wear slim pants. Like, I still have bootcut jeans that I wear.
This is why we get along, y'all. He's an 80s kid. He probably grew up watching Saved by the Bell, and he won't admit it, but he liked the show.
I did.
See?
I watched it. Absolutely.
Y'all don't even know. The generation that is after us, they don't even know the shit that we grew up with and how we live. The 80s and the 90s, no one's ever going to duplicate that. Just saying.
It's crazy, man, how we didn't survive without bottled water. We had to drink water out of a hose.
Yeah. No shit.
No cell phone. I remember when the internet became popular. I have to tell my son that all the time. I'm like, bro, I remember when the internet became readily available.
Yeah, AOL.com.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, bro. Like my son don't understand, but he will.
I didn't know you had a son.
I have a son. He's 17.
And then you have a little girl, right?
Yeah, and she's 3.
Yeah. I hear you talking about the girl because you call her the cub. I was getting ready to say that by next I want to talk about with you. being a father and a fiance, because I know you're not married yet, and I respect you because you are one of the few people that actually respect your woman. I'll just call her your woman. You call her, and nowadays it's my girl, it's my woman, it's my old lady. You call your fiance. You're one of the few people. You and Camo Cam are the only two that I know that actually still use that term. I respect that, man.
Thanks, man. Well, I mean, dude, if it wasn't for her, man, like she's like my support, man. See, and it's rough for her because I work for her dad. So like when I come home, if I have a bad day, like she has to separate me talking about my boss rather than me talking about her dad.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like so she's a big support, man. She's huge. And she's another one that was like, you need to go for it.
Joey
You know what
Hook.
I mean? Oh yeah.
I right now in my home, we have air conditioning units and on the farmhouse as well to this day.
Oh, that's expensive, bro. That's expensive.
Well, this isn't technically speaking. I live on Mandy's family's farm. So same scenario as you, kind of. We live on their farm. Our house is connected to theirs via a breezeway, and you know exactly where I'm going with this. Yep. My house is a 1-bedroom, upstairs loft, mother-in-law suite on paper for taxes. Our house is a 1,600 square foot fucking home, y'all. When the dude who inspected my house for the final inspection, he told us how to get away with this. He literally said, all I see here is a bedroom on the floor and a loft upstairs for storage. But I don't see anything what happens when I leave.
Yeah.
Hint, hint, people. Get in with the people you need to get in with when you get your house.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Hey. So that's the first thing we do is have conversations with the inspectors when they come out to our job sites. They're like, oh, man, how's it going? Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Before we actually ever talk any business. So, yeah.
So you just delete this video when it's over. No, I will not. No, I don't know who that is, but no, we won't do that. Who's Richard Crush?
Oh, he's a good dude, man. He's a good dude.
So we don't delete videos. It's
he's just messing around. He's messing around. Richard's an awesome guy, man. So he's a big supporter of Grindstone.
So you said you had a 17-year-old boy. Is this Clarence 4? Is this C4?
No. Dude, when he was born, I'm like, there's no way. You're gonna have one of the coolest names I could possibly come up with. So
it is. What's the first name?
It's Caden.
Yeah. Caden Clarence.
No. Okay. Caden Bryce. No.
Close enough. Okay, all right. It would have been a winner name all the way around if you'd have just named him Slayer. Absolutely. If you'd named him Slayer, shit. You know how many women I have tried to get to them to name their son Slayer in this world? Not one would.
Nowadays is possible because I mean people name their kids a lot of stuff. So Slayer, you could probably get away with it now.
There's a girl who lives in Martinsburg, West Virginia. True story. Her name is Metallica, and she was named after the band. I swear to God.
I believe it. I believe it.
So tell me about being a dad to a 17-year-old and now a 3-year-old. That's a big gap nowadays.
Large gap.
Literally,
it's different.
On your toes.
It's different. Like my son lives with his mom, but it's different, man, because you got to have like two different hats on when it comes to like handling situations or like my patience is different now. Like I have a little bit more patience, especially with a little girl. But like she's like the male or the female version of me. So we're both hard-headed. We both like stand on our heels. You know what I mean? Like she'll stand firm if she really feels a certain way. And I you know, at first I get a little irritated, but then I'm just like, she's me. Like that's me. So I can't really get upset about it. And then my son, man, he's the type of kid that does the right thing because it's the right thing. Not because somebody's watching or not because he's going to get praised for it. He just does the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
That's good. That's
he's a good kid.
That's a good trait to treat or to teach a young child. It really is. It really is.
He's an amazing young man. I can only imagine the things he's going to do. So
you think he will? I know someone named their boy Thor. So do I. I do know that name as
Mhm.
well. One of my friends, she named her son Thor. I do. Yeah. You chew tobacco.
Yeah.
Do you now? Is it chewing tobacco or is it skull?
No, it's grizzly pouches. I catch a lot of crap for that
Why?
because I don't want that stuff in my teeth, so I use the pouches. So people are like, "Oh, that's no." It's an ongoing joke from when I was doing live streams, and they were like, "Oh, he chews lady pooches." Like it's a whole thing.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
my grandfather and my dad, they both they were my grandfather was a chawed chewing tobacco connoisseur. His
Hmm.
favorite was Red Man. That was his favorite. I know they've changed the names now, so I apologize if I offend anyone. My grandfather chewed Red Man, Beech Nut, Lancaster, and Levi Garrett. I had to think of the names.
Ooh,
Yeah,
man, that's. I
that's
bet
the
he had
one.
a gut of steel. I bet his gut was like a steel trap,
He
literally.
he was a big dude. He was about. I don't know exactly how big he was because I was too little. He passed away when I was 14. He was between 300 and 400 pounds. I mean, he was like you. He was a construction worker. He worked for State Road, but he had
Mm,
the biggest fucking hands I've ever seen. And I was the first grandchild. So
mm,
in his eyes, I was the greatest thing to walk to face the earth. I,
mm-hmm.
he never, my dad, I'm named after my dad. His name is Scott. So I was Scotty. That's been my name since I was,
Mm-hmm.
he never called me by my name ever. My name was Buddy. That he, hey, Buddy, come here. And he called my dad, Boy, come here, boy.
Mm,
You know, and that's how he talked.
mm-hmm.
He was just,
Yeah, old
oh,
school.
yes.
Old
And
school. Mm-hmm.
my dad, he used to chew tobacco with him. My dad switched to skull. He did skull long cut wintergreen. That was his thing. I tried the cherry one time. My
Ooh.
dad never forced it on me. He goes, "You want to try it?" And I literally tried the cherry. It tasted great. But then once I literally had the juice in my mouth, I said, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm done."
Well,
My
see, I
dad,
smoked, dude. I smoked for so long, and Abby's grandfather passed away from smoking complications, and she was like, "I don't want you to smoke anymore," which I didn't smoke in the house anyway. I was always outside. But so I just quit, man. I was like, I quit smoking altogether, and then I picked up chewing. So,
I noticed that about you when you launched because you used the bottle. And my
yeah.
dad and my grandfather, they used speak of the devil. There we go.
Yeah.
My dad and my grandfather, it's I don't see anyone do this anymore. Pappy had he would just take you if you buy like grapefruit juice can, the big one,
Mm-hmm.
he would just take the label off and just that was his new spit tube. He used a fucking can, like a 40-ounce can. I'm like, he
Yeah.
carried it around. When I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, all right. Of course, a typical granddad. Here, you want to drink? No,
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
Um, yeah, I mean, I use bottles. Sometimes I have like, we'll get like cups from the paper cups from Sam's Club, and I'll use those. But yeah, most of the time it's bottles.
Do you ever have you? There's a certain name for it. Camo cam. I know you're going to know this, so I'm going to go ahead. I'll try to figure out the answer to this. What do they call it when you go to a bar? It's like a certain thing you tell them you want. It's like a cocktail something for a spittoon. My,
Oh, I don't know.
Mark, my guitar player, he used to tell them this, and all it is, they give you a cup and 3 or 4 napkins to absorb
Yeah.
your jaw.
Yeah.
Camo Cam, what is it called? I know you are the king of useless information. I know you know what this is, but it's a certain name.
Hmm.
I just can't remember the name. It's a something cocktail, and
Mm-hmm.
my buddy at work uses a half a can pinch. Oh my god,
I know
that,
people like that, dude.
that'd be like my grandfather. He literally had a ball in his jaw all the time.
Yeah. I know people like that. I know people that chew cheap chew just because they use so much.
Yeah,
They won't buy Grizzly or Skull. They buy the cheapest stuff possible because a can will only last them, 1 or 2 pinches and they're done.
and it's so expensive now. It is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't smoke by any means, and I was at the gas station, walked in. Fucking gas or cigarettes are like almost $10 a pack now.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah, your cheap cigarettes are like $6 a pack.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I mean, like I get a roll. I buy a roll every time when I'm out. I go buy a new roll, and a roll will cost me like $22.
You did Copenhagen long. My dad didn't like Copenhagen. Neither did my grandfather. He didn't like.
No, Copenhagen's the taste is off. It's got an off taste.
They did when they ran out of Skull. They used Kodiak. I don't even think that exists anymore. They used Kodiak for the longest time. That's all.
I haven't seen Kodiak in a long time, but of course I just use Grizzly, so it's like that's what I've been using since I started chewing, and that's. I mean, every once in a while I'll be out in the boondocks and the store won't have it, so I'll have to get something else. But
yeah. So let's transfer, because I know guys are so cool that we're talking about chewing tobacco. I know you guys are so entertained, aren't you?
Yeah, they're like, no.
Yeah. Kodiak has the beard on the tin. I remember it was in a green can and had big white letters, because Rusty Wallace, the NASCAR driver, was sponsored by them. I remember that when I was a kid. Getting into why we are all here. We all have beards. Now we got to transfer to where me and Daniel cross paths into this fucking bearding game and YouTube community. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? How the hell did you get into the beard game as a whole and the community? Like, were you one of them rabbit hole guys, or did you just?
Yes, I won't lie. Absolutely. I found Honest Amish. I started growing my beard. Like, dude, for the longest time, you would never catch me with any facial hair. Every once in a while, I'd have a small goatee. Every once in a while. But then I just got tired of it, dude. And, like, I guess out of laziness, I'm like, I'm going to let it grow. Well, it always came in patchy, like super patchy. And I just shave it off. I'm like, nah, it looks stupid. I look homeless. And then I finally let it grow to about where it's at now. And I'm like, I need something for this because it's itching. And it's like my skin was hurting.
Mm-hmm.
So I found Honest Amish at Walmart. And then I got to look, and I'm like, there's got to be more. Well, we just so happened to go down to Florida, and we went to Disney Springs, and which is like their outlet mall. And they had the Artist Shaving Store. Well, I walked in there, and I just fell in love because they got like beard oils, and they got beard washes, and they got balms and combs and special this, and I'm just like, oh my god, give me one of everything. I'm in heaven. The dude in there has got a big old huge beard, and I'm like, how do I get my beard to look like that, bro? And he's like, oh, just time. And I'm like, all right, cool. Does anything in here make my beard grow that fast? Will my beard look like yours? And he's like, no, you just need time. So then I just got online, bro. I started Googling and YouTube like beard oil. And then, I found Scuba, I found you, I found Dan, which most people do. And just, I fell down the rabbit hole, bro. Like you were like, oh, Define Beard Co. is good. Luxurious Beard Co. And all these brands. And I'm like, all right, I want one of those, one of that, one of this. And next thing I know, I got 500 bottles of beard oil. So.
Yeah. I gotta ask you because, and honestly, this is kind of a tough interview for me to do, because Daniel literally he's been on both sides of the field in our community. When I say that, he's been a customer, he's been a reviewer / content creator. Now he's making the products for us, which I thank you for doing so, because your shit's really good.
Thanks, man.
I want to ask you, as a customer and as a reviewer, and you have to answer this.
Okay.
What was your favorite company that you used?
My favorite company out of everything that I ever used?
Yeah.
If I could only choose one? Man, hold on.
I'm putting him on the spot, y'all. I am.
Well, yeah, you're putting me on the spot, but at the same time, like, if I'm going to have to pick one company and it'd probably be Defined.
Really?
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it always worked, like, no matter what. Like, there was a few scents that I wasn't, like, a super fan of, but it always worked. Even when he transitioned a little bit and kind of changed up a little bit of his blend, he started using, like, the Golden Jojoba or something. He'd switch something.
Yeah.
And it still worked. Like it worked whether I was outside in the cold, whether I was inside, no matter what, it always just worked. So yeah, probably defined.
Okay. Okay. What was your least favorite experience with a company?
Least favorite. I'm probably gonna say the Dixon, man. It was like
I
that
thought
was probably
so.
my worst.
I thought that's what you were going to say. I was like, I don't know if he'd say that.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few other ones out there, man, that I wouldn't like. I got some Amazon products one time as a Christmas gift,
Yeah.
and it was horrible. Like it was right there with Dixon, but like it was bad. And I'm like, if I wouldn't have known any better, see, that's the problem, man. Like the lack of actual education, and I mean, and sometimes it's not that the information is not available. It's the people are too. I don't know if you want to say embarrassed or too bullheaded to find the information.
Yeah.
But education's key, man. Like if you don't know any better, you think that Cremo or Wild Willies or whatever's out there like floating around, you think that's good stuff until you try actual good stuff.
Right.
And then you're like, man, dude, that stuff sucks, bro. Like, what was I thinking? You know what I mean?
See, I liked using Cremo's. That was actually the first bottle of oil I bought. I liked the scent. I think it was called Smoky Bourbon. I can't remember. Too long ago to remember.
No, you're right. It's smoky bourbon.
I was stupid when I said. I admit it. When I say that, I didn't know any better, and I just thought that I had to continue to use it when the scent went away. I wasn't educated yet. I literally used a bottle in probably 10 days, but I didn't know any better. I really didn't. I do now. So I get it when you say you're dumbfounded. You're thinking it doesn't. It's not. It's working. It's not working. You know. Yeah, it works. You just have to let it do its job for the most part.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and then there was, there's products I tried along the way, especially once I got into reviewing and I started buying more and more and more, trying to get the scoop, so to speak. Oh, if I'm the first one to review it, I'm going to get a lot of views, which is not true because I didn't have a good SEO and I didn't have, good title, blah blah blah. But there was a few products along the way. I'm like, man, it feels great, but then like after you start using it for 4 or 5 days in a row, you're like, nah, my beard don't feel all that great.
Yep.
What's in this? And so then I started getting into like buying carrier oils. I'm like, I need to figure out what oils don't work in my beard. So I'll stop buying those products. When it's heavy in the blend, I'm not going to use it anymore because I'm not going to use it. So
what got you into making your own content? What was the thing? I'm going to do this.
For guys like me, guys that might, man, I'm big on like being able to be relatable, like being able to absorb information when it's given. Like you can only absorb. Some people like love my content, and then other people hated the way I delivered content, but I delivered it the way I wanted to receive it. So when I first got into it, like I was super raw, but I just wanted to help people save money. I'm like, don't use, you know what I mean? If I can stop one person from buying this, if it's bad, then I've done my job. Or if it's really good, then I've helped somebody find something that's possibly the best thing they'll ever use. And, getting comments from people and getting emails, and they're like, man, I'm glad you turned me on to this company because now it's my favorite thing. Or, hey, man, your scent description was way off. I don't get it. So I just wasted $20. And I'm just like, sorry, man. Like, scent is subjective.
Yeah, people have to understand when they're watching any kind of video like this. If it's a scent that you're relating to, just because you're literally smelling the strawberry and banana that's in that, it doesn't mean that I'm going to smell the same thing that you do and how strong it is to me. People have to understand that, and sometimes, like you're saying, that's kind of lost. He was off on that. I like that. Okay, well, you did. He doesn't. So people don't really get that sometimes. They really don't.
No, but that's why there's so many. That's why people are like, oh man, I hate seeing 15 people review that same product. And I'm like, why? You're going to get 15 different opinions.
That's right. That one, I'm kind of subjective to that. Reason why I say that, for the most part, when we all rabbit hole like we do, we all get the notifications from everybody we follow. You see it. It's the FOMO shit. That's what it is. It's, oh man, well, they got all that product sent to them early. Okay, well, obviously they're being paid to do so, or they have a big following and the company wants to get a big push for this. It's something of that nature, which is totally fine. But then you see, which I wanted to go back into, the drama, the fucking community drama. This is where we're not going to stay on this topic very long because Dan has asked not to, and I respect that. But we're going to touch on it a little bit. When you see those 14 to 15 videos that we're talking about, you see, and you're like, oh, he's just saying that because he got that product early. You don't know that. You really don't know that. Yeah, let's be real. Scuba gets a product. I'm saying his name. I'm dropping a name, people. Ain't that? That's the wrong thing to do. Scuba gets product. He's got a big following. I'm sure a lot of people are going to watch it and watch that, and they're probably going to get money or get sales for that company. Someone such as me or Daniel's channel, not as big, but we still got it. What's the difference, people? Honestly, it's really not that big of a deal. Really isn't. But how do you feel about the drama and the community, and what have you done to avoid it?
Dude, so we'll start like this. Like when I first got in this community, it was dead center of COVID hitting. So everybody's at home, everybody's bored, everybody's wanting these live streams, or wanting to be a part of these live streams. Everybody's watching videos, consuming as much content as they possibly can. Once we start to transition out of that and people start to leave this community, and I don't mean leave completely, but they're not as involved. They're not buying as much product because they're sit there for the last 2 years and they've bought everything. So I think some people just they're bored, man. They have nothing better to do, and it's a sad thing, man. But at the same time, like, it's everywhere. It's not just our community. It's not just it's everywhere. You just have a few people that crave attention. You know what I mean? They crave attention, and they're going to get it one way or another. Whether you feed into it or you don't feed into it, that's on you. Some people don't. How many of us can really hear an airplane or a helicopter go by and we're not looking at it?
Right.
We stop to look. Same way with a car crash. You don't want to see it, but at the same time, when you drive by, you're gawking. Everybody does it, and it's human nature.
Read that, people.
Oh yeah,
true story. Just saying. And, anyway,
but when I first got into it, man, everybody was everywhere, man. You could not literally every night of the week you had a live stream. Everybody was cool with one another. Then people start trying to do things a little differently from the norm. And people don't like that. So that person gets upset with this person. And then you got this clash of different personalities. And then, like, if you're friends with such and such, then you're not going to be friends with the other side. Or, you know what I mean? Like, there was a dividing line. And, like, that's okay, too. Like, if you don't like everybody's not meant to like everybody.
Exactly.
It's fine.
I did not show my breasts on camera, Gary. I don't know why you keep saying that. Jeez.
That's funny.
Man. There was a time, honestly, you're right, where I'm going to try to remember them. Monday night was Dan C. I can't remember Tuesday or Wednesday. I did Thursday. Friday, I think it was you. You were Friday.
I had a Friday stream. I had a Thursday stream at first, but then I switched to Friday because my schedule's changed.
Saturday was the hype.
Yeah, Saturday was the hype, man. I mean, there was other little streams during the week. I mean, there was not a night that if you wanted to consume beard content, that it was not there.
Right.
And then the cousins had Thursday night. Kyle and Joe had Thursday night live stream.
Yeah.
Now you got like Jay Cruz's on Tuesday nights. Wednesday nights, hopefully, is going to be for the hot seat or whatever Scott decides to do. Hopefully it comes back. And by the way, any companies in here, Scott is doing Christmas in July.
Yeah,
hit him up.
I have one. I got one,
mhm,
and that's True North. True North. Chris and I were talking about it last night, and I'm going to do a review of True North while we're talking about that. Since you brought it up,
mhm,
I'm going to continue what I said I was going to do, and that's 2 more months of using Luxurious. That's my
mhm.
1 full year. Then I will start reviewing once again in July. Is what I'm going to do.
There
I,
you
I
go.
I try to be as natural and honest as I can be on my channel, and I really don't think I should go against my own word. And
No.
I really don't want to do that. I don't want to disrespect my viewers,
Mhm.
Dave, and myself. I'm going to continue to do what I did, stick with the Lux for the next 2 months. I'm going to start reviewing once again. That's what I'm going
There
to
you
do.
go.
But yes, True North has signed on to be a part of Christmas in July. Thank you, Chris. Most appreciate that. All I'm looking for is for 4 companies this year, just a week at a time, and then one big winner in the end of the month. That's all we're going to do. Uh, the reason why I stepped away because you all know I needed to get away. Mental health was a big thing for me. It really was. I needed to get or figure myself out. And I mean, you all were watching me. I mean, I put Gary in the hot seat, and I'm saying this true story on camera. Chris, the company to be named later, he was the only person that caught on that I was seriously having a panic attack on camera. He was the only person who knew that. He called me right afterwards because he said there was something I was doing that I might have been twitching or something. He knew. He goes, I could tell something was wrong. The whole time, see, because Walt was with us as well. It was Gary, me, and Walt. I'm texting my wife. I'm like, I'm freaking the fuck out the whole time. And as I'm looking in the camera, no one knew it because I'm looking. I was mirroring my phone off of the camera lens, and no one could see it. No shit. So I needed to step back for a while. I really did, and I'm trying to get back into it at my own pace now. But the problem is, it's not the same. Like we were just
No,
saying, it's not the
no,
same.
it's different now. It's different.
I wanted to make a video. And I was going to say, where'd y'all go? And that's what
Mhm.
and I'm not going to because I don't want to cause any problem. But it's not the same anymore. I know a lot of
Mm-mm.
people come and gone. I know people change. People they companies come and go, and that happens. But I feel like the vibe that we all created, it doesn't exist anymore. And I believe that. I really do. Because you and I were talking about it, and
Mhm.
you said, dude, we got to get you back. It's like you're saying now, you got to come back to it. And I've been thinking about that a lot. I really have.
Well, I mean, you have a crowd. I mean, let's just be honest with it. Um, you have the people that will come and watch, but when people start getting invested, they want that continuity, and once they see that you're coming back, even if it's just at a smaller scale,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna start to enjoy that continuity again. So you're gonna start to draw more people back, and once people start feeling that, seeing that, then they're gonna buy into it again. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I feel about it anyway. I may be wrong, but I mean, I really think that's how it's gonna work.
Did you like working with the company owners on this side of the table? Did you like
Uh,
doing it?
some yes, some not so much, and it's not because of anything they really done. It's just I don't always agree with the way companies do things.
Yeah.
Like if you say you're not going to bring a cent back, don't bring that cent back. Because I've told my followers, no, I've told my followers, hey, this is a one-time deal. You're only going to be able to get this one time.
Right.
And then I'm the one that looks like a liar, not you. It's me because my followers trust me.
I
You know
love.
what I mean?
I'm calling somebody out when you talk about that because Gary did that, and I wanted to kill him. He brought back Scarecrow in the Alley Cat formula, and I was like, dude, I was like, I'm gonna kill
I'm
him.
glad he did though.
I
I'm glad
love
he
it.
did. I love that scent.
I still say that's the greatest fall scent that I've ever smelled. I
Yes,
still say it to this day.
absolutely.
I have it right now. I won't get rid of it. But when I was like, I'm going to kill you.
But
I get what you're saying though. I do.
but I mean, yeah, it's not anything they're like doing. It's just I can't agree with everything, and that's just part of life, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's just part of it.
What do you think? What do you think as a content creator and as a company owner now? French Crush, that will always have a very solid place in my heart forever. So proud to be part of that. Well, I really was until then. What do you think as your tell me your opinion as a company owner and as a content creator? What do you think will help our community in general?
The camaraderie needs to come back, man. Because like I said, you know, when I first joined, man, if you watch, and there's no obligation for people to share anything or for people to talk about anything. There's no obligation for you to have me on here. It's a guest, you know what I mean? But like that camaraderie is gone. Like everybody is like, it's for me. You know what I mean? It's like, what have you done for me?
Yeah.
Back when I first started, it's like, oh, everybody's sharing Scott's live stream, everybody's showing or sharing Gary's release, or everybody's sharing, you know, Dan's doing this or Daniel's doing that, or blah blah blah. You don't have that anymore. You got a core group of people that support these companies, and they'll share everything that company does. But as far as the how it used to be, that's gone. And it's not just sharing information, it's, you know, that camaraderie, you know, everybody being a part of something is gone, and it needs to come back.
I agree.
Like if you want something to thrive, you got to have that foundation, you know what I mean? And you build off of it.
That's the truth, Gary.
Absolutely.
Money is the root of all that is evil. I've said it time and time again. I wrote a song about it. I have.
Yeah.
The big announcement. Not that long ago, you made your big announcement. Grindstone Grooming.
Which one?
Grindstone Grooming. Making the big change.
I'm cutting out. It's probably me.
Grindstone Grooming. Making the big change.
Oh,
like yeah. I said, yeah. That's a big fucking move. Seriously, it is. I don't really think people understand how big of a move really that is. I'm sure you were content just sitting in front of a camera like I am right now and doing your thing, and something clicked in your brain and you're like, I'm going to do this. I mean, that's a big thing. No, not that secret, Gary. God, we don't talk about that.
Man, there was a lot of factors that went into it. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, Abby, you know, I kept telling Abby, like, I'm doing this for other companies. Like I could do the same thing for myself. And, you know, I said it numerous times. I said it way before I ever decided to do it. But then, you know,
Bearded's in here. Hey, Dan, thanks for coming.
Hey, what's up, dude?
How the hell are
you? You know, there were so many people behind the scenes that are like, dude, if you want to do this, you know, you got my support. Or, you know, if you want to do anything, because I started getting kind of frustrated with content. Like I just could not get certain stuff to hit. Like a lot of my older videos have a lot of views, but like it's just like I feel like I'm repeating myself.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, I probably was, but at the same time, like for me, I need to be challenged. Like I need to put myself in uncomfortable situations, and I know I got to the point where I was content making content.
Yeah.
And, you know, I needed something different. I needed a different creative outlook. Like I used to make t-shirts when I was in my early 20s. I had a t-shirt company, sold a shit ton of t-shirts and hoodies and hats.
Okay.
And then I got screwed out of it by a business partner because I wasn't paying attention to the business. I just wanted to create.
Yeah.
And he basically wrote me out of my own business. But anyway.
Damn, that fucking sucks too. And I wish I would have known that a long time ago.
Oh, dude, I had all kinds of. I had the equipment, everything. I was like, I could make my own shirt line. Yeah, I had my own brand.
Yeah,
and I was really good at it, like for real. But like, and then it just kind of killed me after he'd done that, man. I didn't want to do anything anymore because I was just like, man, I can't trust like business, like. And when it comes to certain points of it, I don't trust anybody. Like when it comes to money, like other than my fiance, that's it. You know what I mean? Like I don't trust anybody with money, but that's beside the point.
Dan, I already hit 4,000 like 2 or 3 times, and it just keeps dwindling down. But I thank you for saying that. I'm hoping to break it again.
You will. You will.
No,
But no, I just
I
basically it boils down to I needed something more challenging. And I had everything in my mind that I wanted to do. I had the brand, I had everything in my brain. I just needed to get it out. And I knew if I didn't pull the trigger when I pulled the trigger, I was just gonna never pull the trigger. You know what I mean?
it would be
So,
it'd be one of them what ifs. What ifs.
mhm. Like I got a notebook over here in my chest of just the branding and the carrier blend, the scents that I wanted to make. Because like you've got all my scents except Haterade.
Right.
In which here in a few minutes I want to give away one of the last few bottles of Haterade.
All right.
But my scents are different, man. Like it's not like every other scent that you smell. Like I tried to be different.
You were.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't want just your average citrus scent. I wanted a different kind of citrus scent. So with Blood, Sweat, and Tears, like I tried to go different. Like everybody else is doing orange and lemon. I'm not doing orange and lemon. Like I'm doing something different. I have a tobacco vanilla type scent, but it's got yuzu in it.
Yuzu in it, yeah.
So it's different. You know what I mean? Like I tried to make everything different. And then the carrier blend, I get so many messages about, oh, your carrier blend's basic, man. That's why I don't buy from you. And I'm like, but you haven't tried it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You haven't tried it. You just give it a try. You don't like it, you know not to buy it again.
Slick finish, y'all. I am down to the Grindstone Grooming label on the back. I'm about 3/4 of the way done with this bottle, and it's the best one he's got. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, your review came out, and like those I had an influx of Slick Finish purchases.
Slick Finish is fucking honestly, I really do mean this. Slick Finish, it surprised the shit out of me because you were right. Smooth Operator on paper, it is, if you guys follow me, Smooth Operator should be my scent. You all know that.
Yeah.
I'm the tobacco dude. Slick Finish, there's something about it. I know it's the fact that it changes to wood, the woody smell at the end. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. That I like the best.
So then once I went ahead and I said, I'm going to do this, like have a whole remodel, like, like this is one part of it. I have a whole nother part. All this was done for the business.
Yeah. 98%.
I mean, like I didn't.
Crappy excuse. I'm reading the comments. I'm sorry.
I mean, like I didn't want to I'm not making it in the kitchen. You know what I mean? I'm like, I have a special room to make. I have another room over here that, I got temperature control. Like I have the freezers. Like I went all out, bro. Like I'm not just.
You said you spent over 5 digits to get this running.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I meant when I said on my my review. I was like, that's a ballsy fucking move this guy's done, you guys. I mean, he wasn't fucking around. I'm just saying.
I didn't want to, like I knew if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it right the first time and not like get to a point and then have to go do all this to be compliant, so to speak. So I wanted to do it like, this is what I would want from if I was still buying products. Like this is when I envision, like when I buy products, I'm buying it from the person that thinks the same way that I am. Unfortunately, it's not like that. There's a lot of dudes that's, you know what I mean, that have a different way of doing stuff.
But I don't know how you come up with your blend. Saying on camera with the man beside me in front of my viewers, this is the best absorbing beard oil I've used in 6 years. I'm saying that and I mean it. I'm not kissing his ass. I've used a lot of fucking products. It's the best absorbing oil I've used.
I mean, I'm not like I'm going to be modest, but at the same time, like you're not the first person to say that. Once people do try it, they're like, dude, like how'd you come up with this? Like, why is it absorbing so fast? Like, and my beard is still soft. You know what I mean? Like,
that's exactly that's what I was getting at. I'm like, it seems simple. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, it is
The
simple.
carrier oils, we all have used them. We know for the most part what they are or how well they work. But it just the blend, you made it right. You made it completely right because in seconds, like it's gone. The shine's gone and it's in my skin. I'm like, damn, that's good stuff. That's what I've been looking for. Um, I actually wanted to ask you this because it kind of threw me for a surprise. I know you probably change it later on down the road. Why did you start with bar soaps instead of using the liquids? Was it
Because I'm a bar soap fan.
okay?
I'm
Okay.
see, when I was like 31, I was diagnosed with cancer. So it made me, after all this was said and done, it made me very conscious about what I put on my skin.
Okay.
So I don't like to use like mass manufactured products because
Okay.
they're not, most of the time you're not really getting clean.
Right.
It's just it's filler with some
Hmm.
smell to it.
Yep.
So when I wanted to do this, until I could come up with my own thing, I went with the next best thing that I use that I would, I don't mind someone else using. So
I
yeah.
really enjoyed using your payday. I really liked that. Mandy did too. She liked the scent very much. Your demolition bar, fucking great. Seriously. And everybody who watches me, I'm the biggest pine tar soap fan in the bearded community. Daniel has a damn good one. And I wouldn't say it if I didn't use it and like it myself. Wherever you
I
get it
mean,
from, keep getting it.
yeah. I just ordered. I just put in an order for 2 more boxes of it. So yeah.
Awesome. Your logo and your font. I kind of know where you got that from, as I kind of snuck around to find out where that came from.
Oh yeah, my the guy that did all my
Yeah,
branding, he's on Instagram.
yeah,
John Brams.
yes,
He's an artist from London. I believe it's London or Great Britain.
yeah,
I'm not, but he's a dude. When I first saw his stuff, I'm like, you're the one I want to do the branding for my company.
yeah,
And he's like, here's your price, and I'm like, I don't care what it costs. You're the guy. You're the style that I'm going for.
yeah.
Like, and yeah, it came out great.
You
So
trademarked all this stuff, right? I
yeah.
figured you did because I'm taking it.
So
However, I'm going to
some
steal
of it I can't. Some of it I can't, just because like fonts and stuff like that, they're so readily available. I can't
it.
trademark
Yeah,
the font.
right.
But yeah, the pictures, absolutely.
The logo, the stacked logo, wicked. This is just wicked. Seriously, it really, really is. When I saw this on the hat, I think I was one of the first ones to buy the hat because I was like, "Yep, I'm getting that." I like, and
Yeah.
I'm saying this. I'm saying this. I don't wear flat bills. I don't.
Mm.
I don't. I used to make fun of people who wore them. This, I don't see this as a trucker style fold. I don't think it would look right. This literally is you 100%. The style, the look. This says the Bearded. Like this is you right here. When I saw this hat, I was like, "Yep." I could just tell. I was like, "This fits him completely."
I appreciate it, man.
Why?
I really do.
What was some other names other than you had for Grindstone? I know you probably had a bunch of them.
Man, Big Red Beard Company,
Oh, nice.
because everything in Indiana is Big Red.
Right.
The barns, every barn you see is red. Red Barn Beard Company.
Okay.
I actually reached out to the guy that owns Blue Collar Beard, not the new one. There's a new one that just came out, Blue Collar Beardsman. But the original guy that did Blue Collar Beards, I reached out to him and tried to purchase the name,
Oh, okay.
and it wasn't going to happen. Not for, yeah, it couldn't make it happen. So I had this, and Abby's like, that just rolls off the tongue, and I'm like, yeah, it does. And I didn't want to go Beard Company,
No.
so I
No.
just did the grooming. But I have been confused. There have been some people that reached out to me and asked me how do they go about getting a hold of my dog groomer, and I'm like, we're not a we're not that kind of grooming company. We're a men's men's products, and they're like, oh, Well, that sucks. I was looking for a dog groomer. I'm like, well, I could tell you one, but I'm not a dog groomer. So yeah.
The names for these scents. I know they all have a deep meaning to you. They fit.
Mm-hmm.
They fit. But I gotta say, the best name, because Dan Nave even said pipe layer. That's the best name
Yeah.
you got. It
Yeah,
fit.
man. See, that pipe layer was actually supposed to be a mainline scent, but one of the fragrances in it went on back order, and I couldn't get it. So I only had enough to what I put out is what I had enough to make.
Mm-hmm.
But I have found a new supplier that it's identical. So in July, it's going to be a full time. It's going to be a mainline scent.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Wink, wink. When did he say that? Remember that.
July.
Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Getting the products to sell. I'm asking you, not to cause controversy. I am asking you this question because we haven't talked about it, and I'm. You have products from 2 other companies. What made you want to do that? That's cool. I'm like, wow.
Oh, okay. I was like 2 other, but yeah, I get it now. Well, when Accelerator, when Alley Cat was, when Gary decided to just, shut it down, like, there was some conversation, and I had the opportunity, and, I'm a believer in the product. I use the product, you know what I mean? So that was a no brainer.
Okay.
And then Haterade, Bam from Jolly Old Fat Man reached out, and he said, "Hey man, that was your collab. I have enough. I have like 3 ounces of fragrance left." And I was like, "I'll take it if you don't mind." He's like, "No, I don't mind because I love that scent, dude. I still have like 4 bottles of it. I love that scent." That's yeah. When he brought that to life, I was just like, "Damn, that's crazy." So yeah, that was also a no brainer. And the people that have smelled it before, they bought it. Like when it went for sale, like I sold 20 bottles like off the rip, like it was quick. I still got like 10 bottles left. Well, 9 because an order just came through. But yeah, man, that's how that came about.
See, I didn't even know. Seriously, that was your scent. I didn't know that. I really didn't. And now I
Yeah,
do.
that was a collaboration I did with Jolly Old Fat Man.
Okay.
Yeah,
There it is.
good stuff.
Haterade.
Yeah.
Check it out. I'm buying it. Yeah, I'm buying it right
Well,
on.
I only have oil. We only
Yeah.
had enough fragrance to do the oils. We couldn't do a butter, so
It's okay. That order was mine, Scott. Okay. Sending Accelerator to Daniel was a no-brainer. Yeah. I did not use that from Alley Cats. That's I don't really know what that is. And no offense to Gary. I didn't know. I was like, what the hell's that? I didn't know. And tell me exactly what it is. I don't know what it is.
it's we'll keep it short. It's like a hair stimulation oil. So if you have dormant follicles, it's not going to grow hair where you cannot grow hair. Like
Okay.
if you can't grow hair, it's not going to grow it. But if you have hair and it's kind of like thin, or maybe it's not growing as well in those areas, it could possibly help. I do know it helps on eyebrows. You have thinning eyebrows. There's multiple people that have used it there. Just yeah, it's stimulator oil. It's a blend, a simple blend. It's castor, rice bran, peppermint, and lavender essential oils.
Okay.
I use it. I have some spots that are starting to fill in because the hair it appears thicker.
Okay.
It's for me, it has sped up the process. It's not going to be the same for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, but I use it every night. You know what I mean? I use it every night. Even before I still had a bottle from Alley Cat that I use every night. So, and I use it right here, and it's helped out a lot. If you go back and look at older pictures, this is really thin in older pictures, and now it's coming in thinner or thicker.
Order confirmed.
Because I use it there.
Order confirmed. There we go.
But yeah, it's a hair growth stimulator.
I just bought Haterade.
Right on, man. Yes, you did. It just came through.
I was
be out
customer
tomorrow.
number 1, just so y'all know. I was the first customer. I'm proud of that. I am.
Yeah.
I got to ask you, just I'm not putting any kind of negative or hex. Do you ever think you'll ever want to go back to the other side of the table?
No,
I didn't think you would.
I mean, I'm still going to make content.
Right. Yes.
Just for the brand, like I was telling you in the green room. I have some ads that we're going to be filming, and it's going to be filmed in my lifestyle, like on a day, like on a daily basis of like what I do.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that when I was making actual content, but I don't think people understand how long it takes to edit like 15 hours of GoPro footage, but
Yeah.
it takes a long time. So I was just like, I can't do this. You know what I mean? Like I don't have enough time in the day. Cause back when I was making content, dude, you're talking, I get home 6, 7, 8 o'clock. I eat dinner. I spend a little time with the family, and then they go to bed, and I'm up until 12, 1 doing content, editing, whatever. And then I'm back up at 5 the next morning.
Yeah.
It takes its toll.
It does. It's
so
a lot
now,
more than you think.
Yeah, it is rough, man. And nobody told me I had to do it. It was a choice. It's a choice that I made to make content to do what I'm doing now. It's a choice. You know what I mean? Nobody's making me do it.
What's the future?
I don't have to do it.
What's the future of what do we have to look forward to in Grindstone Grooming?
We're redoing the website. Thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. We're starting to develop a wash. We're in the planning phase of that.
Okay.
I would like to. I'll have 8 mainline scents by hopefully mid-August. I'll have the whole mainline built out. As most people know, I don't enjoy FOMO. I don't want to do the FOMO thing. So if I tell you I have a scent, like if I drop a seasonal, it will be available until the fragrance runs out.
Right.
I'm not going to say you got 28 hours or you have 2 days or you know what I mean. It's here until the fragrance runs out. If it's a mainline scent, it will always be available. You will be notified if a mainline scent's going away. But yeah, man, I just want to be really good at what we do. I don't want to just, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to remake the wheel. I just want to be really good at what we do.
I will tell you, I'm glad we've had this conversation and this interview, meeting, session, whatever you want to call it. I'm proud of you, man. I really am.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I have, how do I want to say this? You're one of the few people who I've watched, and literally I watch certain people a different way. When I say that, I like to see them evolve, and you are one of them. Literally, I was watching your content, and then now all of a sudden you're on the other side of the table, and it, like we said before, it's a big change. It's a big step, and I'm like, he's not going to flop. He's not going to fail. I know this. And when I saw the name, when I actually saw the name before you even put it out, the reason why I know that, or someone had it in Instagram when you hit the search, the guy posted it. It was on there, I think, before you even saw it, because he posted it. It was Grindstone package or something like that. And I looked and I said, that's his company name, because I remember you saying, work hard to the grindstone. I said, that's too much of a coincidence. I was like, that's the name. I just never told anybody. I think I may have saw it like November, maybe. I'm not sure when it was he made it, but I saw it on, I was like, that's Daniel's company. So I knew it. I'm proud of you and what you've done. And I mean that. Don't fucking stop. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I do mean that. Hey, you watch it. This is cat number 2.
Oh, 2 of them.
Well, she's okay, but I know what she's doing. She's trying to find a spot to hide. The other one pisses everywhere. Yep, there she goes. She's looking to hide. I know what she's doing. All right. You all know what's coming. The page has been shipped. Page has been turned. Are you ready? Are you ready? Daniel the Bearded also known as Clarence, which we won't say after this interview. You have never experienced this before, but you've watched it. Some of these questions you know, some of them you may not. You are about to enter the hot seat. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
The first question is always the same: Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
In your best impersonation, brought to the hot seat by Camo Cam, your impersonation, I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
There we go. There you go, Cam. Your favorite piece of equipment to run and your least.
Hold on, you're cutting out. Hold on.
Okay. Are you good? You give me a thumb when you're ready. Okay. Favorite piece of equipment for you to run and your least favorite to run.
Favorite would be a skid steer or a bobcat, whatever you want to call it. Least favorite is the old dozer. That would be my least favorite.
Okay.
Because it was foot pedals, and I hate foot pedals.
Okay. What's your favorite tobacco you've ever had in your mouth? Chewing tobacco. Grizzly? Okay. What's your least favorite?
Kodiak.
Best oud scent you've ever had?
Best oud?
Yeah. If it's one of yours, you could say it.
No, the best one I ever had would probably be the Creeper from Black Rebel.
Okay. What's a typical lunch for you when you're at the job? It's time for lunch. What does Dan have?
Is it? Are we talking summer or winter?
It don't matter.
Most of the time, it's Abby cuts me up some fresh fruit. I love fruit, so especially in the summertime, it's cooling and it gives you that little bit of burst of sugar.
Mm-hmm. In the wintertime.
A sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What is the in your pockets? What's the everyday carry for Daniel the Bearded? A knife.
Right there.
Is that like one of them Ridge wallet type things?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Did you see that? Did y'all see that? That was a Grindstone sticker. I saw that. That was a quick advertisement. I knew what that was. I saw.
No,
that.
bro. I keep those to hand them out to people. I hand them out as like a business card.
That's cool. That's really cool. All right, this is from my wife Mandy. She puts some effort into these as well. We're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What's your peanut butter? What's your jelly? Crunchy or creamy?
There's a natural creamy peanut butter, natural, and Smucker's strawberry jam.
Yes. As long as you pick strawberry, I don't care. She hates strawberry.
I can't do grape, dude.
Okay,
I can't do grape.
I'm fat. I like to eat. So these next couple are food oriented. Tell me Daniel's perfect burger.
Just cheese, man. Just cheese.
Plain cheese.
Yeah. I mean, I can the way we make them, it's got everything from, everything but the kitchen sink in them. So I don't really need any toppings.
Okay. All right. How do you have your steak prepared to eat?
Well done.
Okay. That's fine. That I will not make fun of you. Sometimes you got to have it well done. Do you drink coffee?
Yeah.
You drink coffee? No coffee? Okay. Mm-hmm. What is your favorite your pizza? Your favorite pizza? Oh, okay.
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni only. Okay. All right. And we got to ask because everyone always asks, pineapple on pizza?
Nope.
Okay. All right. What is your favorite meal? Period?
Abby does.
Okay.
My favorite meal, period. Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and some type of bread.
Okay. All right. I could go with that. Do you prefer to use a comb or a brush in your beard?
Right now I'm using a boar's bristle brush, but I do like the Chicago combs. I have a number one that has my name on it.
Yeah, I have this as well. Okay, tell me your daily or weekly bearding cleaning routine.
I wash daily because of what I do.
Right.
I strip. Now with the short beard, I strip every 2 weeks on Sunday.
Okay.
When I have a long beard, I strip once a week.
Okay. What is your favorite single carrier oil that you use or you like in your beard?
Abyssinian.
What is your least but does not work for you?
Grapeseed.
Okay. Give me. Hold on. I jumped ahead. Your all-time 5 favorite scents that were made that are not yours.
Hold on, I'm cutting out. Repeat that one more time.
Your all-time 5 favorite scents made that are not yours. Hey, leave bait.
My all-time favorite 5 cents that aren't mine. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Scarecrow, Creeper, man, Around the Fur,
Okay.
Smash Bros, and man, I know there's another one, but I can't think of it. Hold on.
Leave it alone.
Hanyaker Avenue Blue.
Oh, good choice. Good choice. One has to go. In shower beard conditioner or beard butter in general.
I do not like conditioner. It
Okay.
causes my beard to fork,
All
no
right.
matter how little I use.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 bearding channels you recommend people watch.
Beard Times with Scott.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm cutting out. I know I'm cutting out. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you fine.
Oh, Beard Times with Scott, Dancy Bearded. There's another man. What is his name? I'll go with Beard of the North.
Okay. All right. Give us some other channels that you watch that are not beard oriented that you just enjoy watching on YouTube.
Haircut Harry's.
I've heard of that one.
Man. Elliot, I think his name's Elliot Forbes. He cuts hair. There's a meme channel I watch. I can't remember what it's called now. We'll go Goose 2658 or something like that. He's a local comedian.
Okay. What are your music go-tos? Like you know you're in the mood. What are you listening to?
Go-tos Slipknot, Deftones, Wu-Tang Clan.
Ooh, nice. A great combination there, I will say. What are 3 pet peeves that you have?
Loud chewers. When people interrupt you, and not taking your shoes off when you go in other people's house.
Oh, that's a first. What color is your toothbrush?
It's bamboo.
Wow, that's a first here on the channel here. What is the best advice you've ever received and given?
Best advice I ever received
And given to someone.
patience. Be patient. Be vigilant. And listen. Always be listening. And that's probably the best advice I've ever given someone. Always be listening.
Okay.
Learn, because if you're all you can hear people, you can hear a lot of stuff, but if you're not really listening, you're not comprehending.
That's right. That's right. What is the best Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
Best Christmas gift I ever got. I'm gonna say when I was younger, we didn't have very much money. So I got one gift that Christmas, and it was the year that the Reebok pumps came out, the tennis shoes. And those shoes were $100, and my mom bought me those shoes for Christmas.
That's awesome, man. That means something to you because I could see it in your face.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. What is your favorite holiday of the year?
I'm going to say Christmas because of the excitement that I see from everybody else. See, I like seeing everybody else happy, man. Like, I can go watch Abby play in a casino. I don't need to play. You know, I love seeing my kids open up gifts. I love seeing other people be happy. So that's any holiday where, yeah.
Who's your hero?
My hero?
Yeah.
For the longest time, it was my mom, just because of like what she did for us growing up, because it was just us kids and her. But now it would probably be my soon to be father-in-law, just because of like what I see him do and why he does it, and with such like he doesn't ask for anything in return. Like he'll do anything for anybody, like especially family, and like he's taking me in like I'm a son, you know what I mean, and not just you know what I mean, a soon to be son-in-law. Like he treats me just like I'm family. So yeah, him.
That's awesome, man. That really is. What is the most money that you will spend on a pair of jeans?
That I will spend on a pair of jeans?
Yeah.
Right now, me personally, $20, because I can buy pants from Royal King for $20. Abby, on the other hand, she buys me like jeans that are like $70-$80 a pair for Christmas.
What is the most you'll spend on a bottle of cologne? That's a tough one.
Now, if it was if I was still wearing colognes like I used to, it wouldn't matter. If I liked it, I would buy it. So whatever it cost.
That's what I thought. If you could bring back one person from the dead, no matter who it is in the world, to spend one more day with them, who would it be and what would you do with them?
My grandmother. And I would tell her, I would tell her like how everything's been since then.
Okay. Respect that. One thing that we don't know about Daniel Noblet is
I really am an asshole. I'm not a people person whatsoever. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not a people person. Abby like talks me through these customer service situations. I'll do anything for anybody until they screw me over. Yeah. I really am an asshole. Like I am. Like
I would have never.
Just me.
I don't see that on you. I don't. What was your all-time favorite cartoon character?
Mighty Mouse.
What is the
dude?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
What is the best father moment you've ever experienced?
The birth of my kids.
Okay. The 3 best Dixon flannels you ever had.
The Shreddy 2.0, the Stay Gold, and the Slipknot.
Okay. And your last one, shout outs to whoever you want in the game.
Well, first shout out is going to go to Abby. Like she's seriously like a huge support system for me. She allows me to be who I am, and she doesn't judge me for it. She tries to help me be a better person every day. Next shout out is going to go to my kids because they've made me who I am today. And then, you know, I don't have very many friends just because once you get to a certain point in life, you grow up and you're either growing up or you're staying still. So I'd like to shout out Everett Dage because he's been a real big friend to me, like a real friend, not just an internet person. Dan Beard of the North, Gary Lewis. We've had our ups and downs, but he's been there. Sean from 8-Bit, Corey from Weatherbeard, Nate from Johnny Ray's, Dan C. Bearded, OG Rob for keeping me in check. Beard Swag, you for like reaching out and like now we can be cool, we can be friends. All the people that support this company, you guys are the real ones, like for real. Whether you share the post, whether you buy something, whether you're supporting me in live streams, like you guys don't know the effect that it has on somebody like me. Like it's real. Like when I see that order come through, like that, it's not the money because this money goes to help other people. It's not, you know what I mean? Like I don't have to do this. I'm doing it so I can help more. So yeah, that's the biggest shout out. It's probably gonna go to the people that support me and the company, the vision, because you guys see that it's bigger than just beard stuff.
I gotta agree with that 100%. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, no, we're not doing a DX promo here. We're not doing it. He has just survived the hot seat. Now, we have 2 questions that I always ask at the end. But before we do that, you have the option. This was added to the hot seat by Cedric from Beard Justice way back in the day. You get to return the favor and put me into a speed round if you feel the need and desire. If you don't, you don't have to. It's your choice.
I just have one question. Where do you see the evolution of Beard Times with Scott?
The evolution of me, I'm coming back, y'all. I mean, literally, I don't want to quote LL Cool J, but don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I really have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming back. It's just taking me a while to get back to because I needed to find me. I'm slowly doing it. It's really simple. It almost kind of ties into what you were saying when you grow. I think I have the Peter Pan complex. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to get old. I miss the things that I used to do, but you know what? They can't do that forever. And I'm slowly realizing that I am. I'm a big kid at heart. I always have been. And I want to come back to this bearding community as a whole. I want the vibe that we all talked about, that we miss. I want to see that come back. I just hope that it is not too late. And in general, I hope we can get those old times where we're all watching Dan on Monday, whoever it is on Tuesday. I love those times because you could literally, hey, like I'm just making an example. Dan's doing his thing on 9 o'clock on Monday night, and we all know it. And I would pop in just to say, I'm here and get out. And he would acknowledge it. We all know Scott's got to get up early tomorrow. Great to see you in here. And that brotherly love was there. I don't see that anymore at all. I just don't. And it's not just in the bearding world. I see it in the world in general. I would love to see those times come back. It's coming. Just bear with me.
The foundation is there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the reviewer that got you into the community. Well, I'm glad that you're still here, whoever it is on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. No, Chris, I meant before I knew that you were the one doing it. That's what I meant. I know you have Let's Talk on Tuesdays now. I know that. You will never see me play the drums, Russ Young, because I sold them to buy the guitars that I have now because they were sitting in cases for years. And I did tell you all when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I would make a video, and we're nowhere near that number. So that ain't going to happen.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. That is very true. But I'm coming back. I want to start making review videos. I want to do live streams again. I do have a very serious, or it's not serious, but I'm the only, what I do for a job now is I work 6 to 2:30, Monday through Friday, but I'm the only inventory clerk. It's me and another guy in the whole building. I got a lot on my shoulders at my job. It's a big adjustment for me. So I'm getting it. I'm getting there. For me, I try to take care of work first. And just like you do. So I'm kind of getting that mentality. I'm coming back. You're helping it because I know you're pushing to get me to come back. I'm going to do it. I need to fulfill my commitment with Dave, and I will. And after that, it's smooth sailing. It's going to be good. Back to watching Shameless.
There you go.
I'm reading Gary's comment. I've never watched that show. All right. I'm coming back. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just be patient. Be patient. The advice that Daniel just gave us. That's awesome. And no, everybody.
Be patient.
Daniel did not get chopped tonight. He survived. So we got lucky. I always ask two questions. Who would you like to see in the hot seat?
Ah, man. I don't know, man. Like, that's a hard question. Let me think about that and message you.
Okay. I write them all down on everyone's sheet. It says I keep all these, so I will put it on when you answer it. Number 2, I always ask this question to the guests for feedback. Is there anything that I should add or change to the hot seat?
No, I think you cover a lot, and I think you cover it pretty efficiently. So I would leave it the way it is, man, because there's a lot of room for natural interaction. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I will write down Daniel's his who he'd like to see in the hot seat when he messages me. Beard of the North was already in the hot seat. He was the last guest we had. I was on his channel and he came to mine. It was a swap. So we did that out of brotherly love. But Daniel, I've taken up almost 2 hours of your time. I love you like a brother already, and this is the first time we've actually interacted. I really do. You have my support 100% for Grindstone Grooming, and whatever you need me to do, put a post up, whatever, just shoot me the message. You got my phone number, dude. I'm glad that we got to actually interact. It's been really fun talking to you. I feel like I know you a lot better now.
Thanks, man. I feel the same way. Like I said, I've watched your content for a long time, your channel, and it's good to see you, and it's good to be able to interact with you like this and get to know you on a different level. And we'll continue, to build on that. So I appreciate you having me here, man.
Yeah, of course. Before we go, we didn't do it earlier. Daniel has 2 things he wants to give to you guys.
I have Haterade and I have 1 bottle of Pipe Layer left. So if you want to do a random number, go for it. The person's getting both of them.
I'm doing
One person
it fair.
gets both of them.
I'm doing it fair. Hold on. Let me go. Oh, he can't see it. He's on his phone. Okay. I'm doing it fairly. Random number generator. How many people are here? We have 23. We're going to go one. We're going to go 1 through 50. Go. Let me go to the YouTube page so I can see it. 1 through 50.
How many people you got in here?
It says 23. I said 1 through 50. I don't see I'm looking on the YouTube page so I can see them as they pop up. Keep in mind, everybody, your number will be prioritized at number 1. So what that means, just because yours is first, it ain't first on my screen. Don't bitch. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that dude. We don't tolerate that shit. Keep guessing, everybody. Thank you, Cam. They said I call my moderators my mechanics or my wrenchmen, and I got a couple in here. Stop. I see it. I see it on my screen. I'm double checking. The number was 49. And the winner, I see, I got to find it, is Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh.
The number is 49.
He has not tried Grindstone yet.
There we go. Even better. Aaron Rodgers, you were first.
Hey, DM me your Aaron, send me a message with your information. I'll get it in the computer and send it out to you, hopefully tomorrow.
And that one was Haterade?
Oh, no, that's both of them. One person gets both.
Oh, you gave them both. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's even better. That's even better for him. Hell yeah.
Haterade pipe layer.
That's awesome. Aaron Rodgers, congratulations, man. You're the winner. Guys, I'm not kissing Daniel's ass. I'm being honest with you. If you haven't tried Grindstone Grooming Company, do yourself the diligence and the favor. Your beard will thank you, and I do mean that. This is the best absorbing beard oil I've used in my bearding journey. Saying it right up front. You will not regret it. The scents are subjective. Don't go by whatever I tell you in my review. Take the chance. It's $20. It's worth every penny. Trust me. The butter.
And if you use code Blue Collar, you save 10%.
There you go. And that is not an affiliate discount code. That is a code for you. And that's another thing that Gary said earlier in the live stream, which I do respect that. Daniel was not one at this time to have affiliates. And if he doesn't ever do that, I think that's an awesome move. I really do. Really do mean that.
Yeah, it's just something, like being so new.
Yeah.
Like I just want to, I want to do, you know what I mean? That's something we'll talk about in the future. Like something we'll probably, we'll look at in the future.
Yeah. In all honesty, and I've never run a bearding company by any means. I wouldn't even think about doing anything of that nature for at least a year. If I was in your shoes, you gotta make sure you can do this, and things of that nature can work as well. You can't just throw it all out there all at once. You got to know what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
I understand. I get that. The beard butter. I really do enjoy the beard butter, everybody. I use this for the most part at nighttime, just because where I work, it's going to start to get humid, and I can't stand when the butter comes back out. That's so annoying. So for the most part, I'm a beard oil guy and a beard butter nighttime guy now. The soaps, you won't regret it, guys. And the pipe layer, which we know is no longer available, that was a great scent. I've just ordered Haterade myself. I'm really excited to try that one because I literally have everything you've gotten except for Accelerator. That's all I haven't tried.
Mm-hmm.
Do yourself a favor, everybody. Use the code Blue Collar. Cam, would you type that in all caps on the screen for me? Type in Blue Collar. Saves you 10%.
That works on everything but merch.
Yes, the merchandise comes straight from the manufacturer, printed on demand. So, and it's messed up to say this. I'm a hard ass, guys. You know that. Don't message Dan when you're waiting for a shirt. You're going to get it. It's coming from the people who make it. Yeah, literally. You're the fact that you're buying it. That's the most appreciative thing. You're supporting them. Thank you, Cam.
Absolutely.
Daniel, I want to thank you. Like I said, it's been really awesome to have you on here. Do you have any final thoughts?
Just, I'm glad to hear your plans for coming back. Like I said before, I thank all you guys for the support. Everybody, whether it be a purchase, whether it be a share, whether it be, anything, reaching out, talking, whatever it is, I really, really appreciate it. It means a ton that everybody wants to, support the vision in some way, shape, or form.
Camo Cam is when we're getting an IU Candy Stripe bottle label design.
Come on, Cam. Come on. Not very many people know about that. Come on now.
Aaron Rodgers, I'm wearing a shirt honestly because it's actually cold here at the farm in Pennsylvania today. It's pretty cold inside. We didn't have the heat on, so our whole house is cold. So I don't want to get sick. Can't get sick, man. Daniel, it's been awesome. Seriously, I do appreciate you coming on here with me tonight. I'm glad we got to actually become friends and get to know each other. So
Thank
now
you, man. Thank you.
we're going to try to end the bearding drama. I know it'll never happen, but we're going to try. Everybody,
Just got to rise above it, man. Just got to be
Yeah.
bigger. That's it. Just got to be bigger. The foundation's already there, guys. We just got to bring it back together. We got to start to rebuild. If you want something, you got to make it happen. If you really want it, you'll make it happen.
You guys
You know what I
got you guys got to be. I mean, you got to think the vibe is coming back. The reason why I say that, Christmas in July is back in my hands. I mean, literally, I took it back from Jersey Joe. We had a discussion yesterday, and he goes, "Dude, you got to do it." I was actually just asking to see if he was going to do it. He goes, "No, you got to bring it back. It's yours." And I was like, "Really?" That kind of surprised me. I said, "What?" He goes, "It's yours. You brought the fun in." And I said, "Well," I said, "I got to get 4 companies to work with me. I got one, and we got plenty of time. I'm gonna get the
We'll
other
get you there. We'll get you there.
Yeah. So we're going to conclude tonight, everybody. I will have a video or a live stream probably in the next 2 weeks. I'll announce it in advance. Don't worry. Sometimes I kind of do them at random just to throw people off because then they're like, "Oh shit, Scott's live. We got to watch it now, man." I love doing that. Oh, I did pick up something recently. I got the Jackie Robinson Dixon. The 40.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the 42.
Yeah, I saw that, and I really love that movie. That the 42 movie, such a good movie. I bought that because it was $30, and I had enough money in my PayPal balance. I said, "Oh, well, I got me a free shirt. I just got that one. I forgot to tell you that." All right, everybody, we're going to conclude it on that Dixon note. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Daniel for coming in, and we always let the guest sign us out of here.
All right, guys, make sure you are here the next time this guy goes live or when his videos come out. Go give him a view, thumbs up, hit that share button, copy the link. If you want to see it grow, share it out. That's the fee. That is the fee for being able to enjoy this stuff. Share it out. That's it.
Everybody keep on bearding. See you soon.